Welcome to Flow Motion with Lance Castaneda. We're going to start in this cactus pose. Hands are in a prayer position to start. We're going up, inhaling. As we get to the peak, we're going to widen our elbows into 90-degree angles, just like a cactus. Open up the chest. So inhale on the way up. You can open the throat up. You can exhale on the way down, releasing any stale energy, any negativity that you still feel in your body at this moment. Exhale it all out, relax the face. Inhaling on the way up, do not forget in through the nose, out through the mouth, or back out through the nose. Exhale, bringing our arms as far back as we possibly can. Don't be afraid of that back bend either. Leaning back a little bit more just so we can open up the rib cage. Okay, so now we're going to go into a down dog or child's pose flow. So down dog is what I'm going to be doing mostly, but you also have the option of a child's pose, and I'll demonstrate that in a second. So if you're in this downward dog, I'm in an A-frame. My hands are right out in front of my shoulders. I'm walking my heels towards the mat, getting that hamstring stretch. This is that child's pose. If you guys are wanting this instead, dropping that chest to the floor, arms out in front, butt towards the heels, stretching out that lower back. So back into the down dog. We're trying to get hips to the sky, heels to the ground, chest towards those knees. Take your time wherever you are. There's no need to rush. This is going to be a 20-minute flow, more of a deep stretching flow. Walk it out, walk it out. And even if you go into the down dog to start, you can always go down into that child's pose at any time. You can alternate, you can kind of flow. You can go child's pose, hold that for a few seconds, go back to down dog for a few seconds if you want to do that. Otherwise, just hold where you are, get a little deeper every exhale, getting a little deeper, millimeter by millimeter, releasing. So we're getting back into that that downward facing dog. Big fan of the walkouts, as you can see, giving each leg that individual attention. Got just a little bit longer, a few more seconds. And we're going to switch it up into this hip flow, which is a 90-90 hip mobility drill. So we're going to sit down. You can sit on the chair. You can sit on the floor. I'm going to use no hands. So this is the more advanced style. We're trying to stay upright. We're dropping each leg at 90 degrees. I'm keeping myself completely upright, torso-wise, spine-wise. I'm leaving that back leg down as long as I can while that lead leg paves the way. Keeping that back leg last to the party if possible. Don't worry about how deep you go. You can use your hands also for support. Still trying to stay upright. You can also lean against a wall. You can also lean against a sofa, a box, a barrel, a child, whatever. Use your environment. This is the eagle arm attachment. We're going left arm forward, right arm underneath. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to alternate my hands after every time I roll my hips the other way. So we're still upright as possible. Again, this is not necessary. Find wherever is comfortable for you. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, this is really opening up our upper back, our scaps. You're pushing those elbows away from your body, keeping them high. It's easy to drop those elbows. We want to keep them a little high. At least 90 degrees seems to be the theme. Again, hands don't need to touch in that eagle arm right here, so don't let that be an excuse. You can kind of X-Men it, just kind of ball your hands in a fist. Still try to wrap the elbows around each other as much as possible. So we're going to flow with this a little bit longer, taking your time in each position. This movement is not just for your body, it is for your soul. As corny as that sounds, it is true. The more our body can be at ease, the easier everything functions for us. The less we have to worry about, the less energy we have to expend trying to overcompensate for something that isn't working right in our bodies. Plus, this is giving you time to yourself to slow down, to breathe, to focus on the things we overlook, like our health, our state of mind. Taking your time. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. This one I would take slower, especially if this is new for you. And again, feel free to do your own thing with the arms. Okay, so now we're going to repeat the beginning. We're going back into the down dog or the child's pose. You should feel a little bit looser, so really notice that. Breathing into our body. Every time you inhale, you're feeding those cells beautiful, beautiful energy. Every time you exhale, you're releasing any staleness that's building up. And have fun with it. Play some music in the background. Do this with friends, family. Really working that chest to those knees. And again, you have that child's pose. So always feel free. I'm going to hold this one for the full time. Shaking your head no, shaking your head yes. Let gravity take over. Walking those feet. Taking your time with each movement. You should be able to feel where you're tight. Take note, mental note. It's not all going to happen overnight. These are things that we move through with consistency, not one last ditch effort in one day. This is consistency, gradual improvements, and you'll notice how much easier life becomes. All right, we're going to get back into that 90-degree hip flow again. Pick your poison. You can sit on the edge of a couch. You can lean up against a wall. You can put your hands behind your back. You can go no hands. You could also add the eagle arm. Sometimes instead of going into the next thing, we can spend time staying deeper, staying in that same position that we just were in, but going deeper. With a lot of things that I do, I really, really enjoy being in that flow state. So anytime that I can, I like to release anything that's built up and get into that flow state, get into my zone, center myself, and flowing on the deck outside in the sun in San Diego. It doesn't get much better. But no matter where you are in the world, this is essential. Not necessarily this video, but essential that we're moving our bodies. Essential that we're getting back to our own center. Finding ways to relax and release our mind. All right, so we're going to move on to another hamstring stretch. This is a yoga pose. To be honest, Sanskrit, I do not know the name, but all I do know is I am making a triangle, so triangle pose. We'll keep it general and generic. So we're sliding down. We're trying to keep that front leg straight. That back leg is going to stay pointing forward. My toes are going to be 90 degrees in comparison with each other. You can open up that rib cage, stretch, roll out that wrist. You can even, if going that far is not an option, you can just get your feet in that position and kind of slide yourself down your shin, down your knee. You can grab your knee. Now, this is an option for my advanced yogis out there. This is the warrior wrap. So you got your bottom arm goes under that leg, that bent leg, and then the back arm wraps around your back. If we're going to do it triangle style, we're going to straighten out that leg or try our best. This is not particularly easy, but you will notice that it feels really damn good. And you feel like, pretty cool that you're doing something like this. Like, I don't know how many people can do this. But don't let ego get you all bent and not be able to unbend. Not a good place to be. So again, consistency over time. Now we're going to shake it out. Take your time, shake it out. We're going to go into a mudra. So we're putting our hands behind our back. We're stretching. It's just a hamstring stretch. Right here, I'm trying to keep my spine as straight as possible. Eventually, we're just going to let it bend a little bit. And I'm got my hands straight up, or you can also, if you want to, reach your hands forward, like towards your head. Just like this. This is lots of hamstrings. We're opening our chest. We're opening up our forearms. This is an inversion, so we're getting more blood to the brain, especially if we've been breathing deep, bringing more oxygen to that brain. You can also go wide leg. Taking your time in whatever position you may be in. All right, so we're going to get ready for that triangle pose on the other side. So go ahead and switch that up. One toe pointing forward, one toe pointing to the side. I'm making a triangle position between my ankle, right in between my legs, back to my ankle and the ground. Opening up the rib cage. You can also kind of not lean and put too much pressure on your knee, but you can put your hands on your knee. You can put hands on the ground. Just trying to straighten that leg. We're trying to do a hamstring relaxation stretch. Opening up that side. Make sure we're breathing. Inhale, exhale. So this is that warrior wrap. So you can kind of see the hand situation in the back. Opening up that chest. I'm trying to twist my shoulder up towards the sky. Twisting my chest open. Again, just trying to straighten that leg. If you're not in this pose, you're still in that triangle. Taking your time in that hamstring stretch. Inhaling nice and deeply. Exhaling. All right, go ahead and shake it out for a hot sec. We're going back into that mudra. Different view. Hands straight up or towards the top of your head, over your head. Make sure we're still breathing. You're going to feel like warm Laffy Taffy after all this. And if you're doing this at nighttime, sweet dreams. All right, you can always switch it up to the wide leg. Or if you were in the wide leg, switch to the normal. Feet together. Taking your time in each and every position. Alrighty. Going back to the feet together. Again, this is your time. Switch it up. Do what feels good to you in terms of wide or normal, any of the substitutions. Or if there's another stretch that you're really feeling in the meantime, give that a try. So we're going to take a seat, whether you're on the couch, cross-leg on the ground with me. We're going to roll the neck around 5 times each way. Nice and slow. Open up that throat. slowing things down, coming to an end. I know it's sad. I know it's sad. But we'll be back. Releasing those neck muscles. You should just be feeling passion all over your body right about now. Your body is thanking you, loving you for this. You may not be used to this. It may be a little sore after this, but it's okay. We're on our way. So we're going back to those cactus. We're going to get 5 of these. So this is one right here. Take your time. We're going to inhale on the way up. Exhale, bring it down. Shoulder blades back, fixing that posture. Bringing it down. Exhaling all that bullshit out of your system. Get it out your system. Inhale on the way up. Exhale, open it up. Open the chest up. One more time. Open it up. Exhale. Hope you guys feel better. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.